Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Leigh and today I'm going to be filming this makeup and hairstyle look. It, honest to God, did not take me very long at all, but I feel like it is a very dramatic and soft feminine type of look. I feel like this could be a daytime or a nighttime look. I actually gained a little bit of inspiration. I was cleaning out some of my makeup because I just have so much stuff that I thought I needed to just get rid of some of it and make room for some new things that I've got. Now, I don't know what it was, but I was actually looking at it and I was thinking to myself, wow, Leigh, like you've just paid $100 for a palette, or not $100, but close enough for a palette, and you've literally used 1/4 of the eyeshadow palette and the rest of it literally has not been touched. It's not so much to say that I'm scared of color, it's just that a lot of these tones are more of the cooler sort of tones, and that's just not really typically something that I'm into. So I thought I'm going to step out of my comfort zone. Like I mentioned, I am coming back to YouTube and I'm going to start filming a lot of different makeup looks and hairstyles. So I thought, what better way to step out of my comfort zone and try something completely different than what I would normally. This makeup look came out so pretty. It's very dramatic, and it's probably not really for someone who is on the more natural sort of makeup look, but if you are wanting something a little bit bold and bright and not so much warm tones, this is the makeup look for you. I really like the way that there is a lot of lilacs and purples sort of blending in with each other with those kind of browns as well to tie in together. So if you want to learn what colors I used and how I created this makeup look, please just keep on watching.
Okay guys, so as you can see, I've already started my eyebrows. I just feel like you don't need to see that again. I am taking the shade Buona Fresco. It is a really pretty light lilac-y sort of tone. It's great for a transition shade. It's probably not a color that I would normally pick, but after buffing it into my eye, I really like this tone. It was great to just have that really pretty color that was light enough to blend into the darker sort of shades that we'll be using as well. It just really just gives that crease area a pop, which you can see. Then with the shade Love Letter, I am going to be taking a definer brush. This angle that I've filmed on is not really the best, but it's probably the only part where you can't see it. As you can see though, I am just packing it and dragging it in that outer corner just to deepen it up, and then using the rest of the color to bring into the crease to sort of warm it up. As you can see, that lilac tone really helps blend those two together. You can be really quite messy because we are going to clean up those edges, because as you can see, I am going in with a fluffy brush to blend those into as well. If you want to make it a little bit deeper, then you can just keep going in and deepening it with the same shade. So with Cypress Umber, this is the chocolate sort of shade. I am taking another bullet brush and just sort of packing that on and dragging it over the lid. I really wanted a smoky eye, and I didn't really want to do a halo with this look, but I also didn't want it to be too dark. So I'm just kind of just using whatever's left over and building the two colors up together, deepening out that outer corner and adding whatever's left, like I said, on that brush, and then using Love Letter to sort of blend those two colors together again, and using the lilac shade to sort of blend all those tones together. You're pretty much using a lot of the same tones, but it's just a matter of blending and adding. So here I'm just taking some makeup remover and just cleaning up that area. I am using here 2 different liquid liners because my Kat Von D ran out, so that was annoying, but I made it work somehow. So I'm just doing 2 wing liners. I don't really feel like you need to do it with that sort of look. Also, I am using the Marc Jacobs primer, which I absolutely love. I like to just pat that on. It's just a great cooling. Then taking the Marc Jacobs and my sponge, I am using the shade, because I'm quite tanned there, the Golden Beige, which is the 36. I absolutely love this foundation. It is such a great full coverage foundation, especially when you're doing such a heavier sort of look. I feel like you really need the coverage. Then taking my trusty Tarte Shape Tape concealer and just cleaning up underneath that eye. I like to sort of sharpen that area up as well, and like I said, because it is such a I don't know, like a full coverage sort of look. I feel like the Tarte Shape Tape is perfect for that. So just blending that all in. Then, oh, I spilt this everywhere. This is my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm just going to bake under my eyes and just let that set. Next, to set that, I'm using the Australis Fresh and Flawless. This is in the shade Medium Tan. I really like this one to set my foundation. Then taking my NARS just to lightly contour underneath the cheekbone. I really like the shade Laguna. It is the perfect color for a contour. It's not too warm and it's not too cool either, and it just blends out really nicely. So that one's a great one for contour if you're looking to pick one up. I like to just shade that around my face to warm it up as well. Then taking Gold Deposit from MAC and just warming up those areas that I have just highlighted, just adds that little bit of warmth. Now this is the shade Unlawful and it is a MAC blush. I'm just going to be wiping away that rest of that baking. Also taking Soft and Gentle and highlighting the tops of my cheekbones, around my eye, down the bridge of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. To finish the under eye area, I'm going back into the palette and taking Cypress Umber and just taking like a small definer brush and just running it on my lower lash line. I like to do that just to deepen up that area and give it a real smoky look. Then taking my Revlon Ultra Volume Mascara. This is great just to make those lashes look long and fluffy. Then to line my lips, I'm taking my new favorite lip liner. This is from Rimmel. It is the Lasting Finish lip liner and it is in the shade 019 Natural. And I just like to line all over my lips. And then just to finish the look off, I am taking Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Stripped and just going over with a liquid lip over the top of the lip liner. Then with my Mario Badescu Rose Water, I am just going to set the rest of my face. Now, onto hair. This is the Wella Oil Reflections Reflective Oil. I really like to use this in my hair quite a lot. Like I use it in just to sort of give it that extra gloss. Then taking my desired part, I'm going to take out just 2 front areas on an angle. You'll see what I'm doing, making sure you're keeping that out of the way. I also just am going to roughly tie it up. I don't want to do it too slicked and brushed. I like to just use my fingers and just kind of bubble it out and have like a real messy sort of bun. Taking a clear elastic, I'm going to secure that hair tie quite tightly. I'm only going to wrap it around twice and then pull it through halfway, as you can see. Then I will just sort of pull it around and just pull bits out just to sort of make it look a little bit messier. This part you just sort of play around with it and figure out what works best, especially if you have shorter hair like mine. Grabbing a bobby pin and just securing that area. Once you have that style, then that way you can kind of move around and give it like a little bit of extra shape around that space. Also just pulling out around my neck and around my ears just for a little bit of an extra sort of messy look. Then I'm taking my Fat GHD and just curling those front 2 areas only halfway. I don't really want to do like the whole lot. Just let them settle and cool down for a minute while straightening the ends just to sort of give it that less done look. And then again, using my fingers, I'm going to just roughly sort of fiddle around with it until it gets to a point where I am happy with the way that it's sitting. This is a super feminine look. It's just so easy. And when your hair is on the dirtier side, it's really good to just do this sort of look and create a real messy, feminine, girly kind of look, but also like you haven't tried too hard. So again, like I said, I'm just going to go around and just keep fiddling with it until it sort of sits in.
Okay guys, and that comes to the end of the tutorial. I hope that you enjoyed that little makeup and hairstyle look. You don't necessarily have to do these 2 looks together. You can use it for any different types of occasion, but it's just such an easy way to style your hair that I feel like when my hair is getting on the more dirtier side, kind of gives it that little bit of a feminine look with it off your face and up and out of the way. And also with this makeup look, I really like the way it is so bold and so bright, but also more of the cooler tones without it being grey. But if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more of these, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to my online family, please make sure you do. The red bell button is located right next door to that, so you can hit it so you can be notified every single time I post a video. Also, all my socials are listed down below where you can come past and say hello to me over there. I love it when you guys do. But until next time, I will see you guys all in my next video. See you later. Bye.